Hey, what's up guys, this is B-Side Investing. If you're new, please feel free to like and subscribe, and if you are a old subscriber, then yeah, thank you for watching, and I really appreciate you guys. So kind of need to explain a little bit what happened this past week. I know I didn't make any videos throughout the weekday, so what I decided was on Monday that after I made the video, that I wanted to check, do some experimentation and kind of see how things would change for the next few weeks if I upload maybe just once or twice a week, and see how it goes. In terms of just the challenge video, I'm going to try and introduce some more videos outside of the challenge as well. So like what I used to do with just these separate companies, like DigiHouse, Bitfarms, Hut, whatever, right? So I'm gonna try and do that as well. I kind of missed out on some of the opportunity there. I should have made some videos there, but yeah, it is what it is. So and don't think I was just lazy. I mean, I was doing some research and like trying to get the materials ready. Everything was ready. I had the materials like down. I was ready to make the video, like, and all that. So a lot of things happened this past week, and there's a lot of nuggets, a lot of juicy stuff that happened. But yeah, so let's just dive right onto it. First, we're going to check out what happened this past week in terms of our portfolio. Now, I can't really get into the stocks specifically, but I can just show you how we performed from Tuesday to Friday. So, and we'll get onto the Bitcoin side. I know Bitcoin kind of jumped up to 40K now, so but it did drop in the weekend to 34. So on Friday it kind of dropped. So we'll get onto that as well. I'm gonna try to make this video quick, so at least we're not wasting any time, and we'll check out some maybe alt stock, how they're doing, and yeah. So maybe also there's a news with BNGO, so we'll check that out. So BNGO, they appointed Richard Shippey, so a former exec from Affymetrix, Illumina, and Cradle. So it seems like his promotion, actually his hiring of him, has kind of bumped up BNGO's stock today. Let's see. So they're kind of thrilled. I mean, yeah, like we kind of need someone on the business side, someone in this industry who's been doing it, like, you know, in the game, doing it for a minute. So it's really nice to see this acquisition, not acquisition, but like the hiring. So we're gonna see how he kind of performs and how he helps out the company. I'm sure he has a lot to contribute. So it's going to be really interesting for the next few years how he affects the company in a positive light. So yeah. So in terms of what happened with our portfolio, so on Tuesday we kind of fell 3% or so, and we fell to like 46.3. It's not much. And then on Wednesday we kind of bumped up a bit. Throughout the day we were sitting pretty high, around like, I want to say 4,800, but then we dropped to about 2% on the day. So yeah. And so Thursday was interesting. We went up again 3.55%, up to 48 now, almost 4,900, and then we just dropped when crypto kind of fell, Bitcoin kind of fell. So we dropped 5%, and all the gains, all the hard work from the drop on Tuesday going into Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, that kind of just came back, kind of broke even from Tuesday to Friday. So that's what happened there. And so with Bitcoin right now, we are sitting at 40K. I believe it did hit a 41. Yeah, 41. It did hit 41, but on the weekend it dropped to 34.6. So during this time I was really I was wanting to buy more altcoins, but I kind of spent that already the previous week when it dropped to like 32, 33, yeah, around 31 ish. So if you guys remember, I think a month or so ago I said it's going to be really interesting to see Bitcoin, how this Bitcoin thing, once when Bitcoin fell from like 45, 50 all the way down to like 30, like 29, 30K. I did say in that video that is going to be really interesting to see what happens in the next 2 weeks, because that's going to be crucial. And as you can see, I mean, I wasn't really high on Bitcoin recovering really quick, but what happened was that Wyckoff pattern, it did kind of get into effect on just a smaller period of time. So we did see that up and down again. And I was wrong. I mean, it's not 2 weeks. It's been 3-4 weeks now. So yeah. And ETH is doing totally fine, but it's not going as high as Bitcoin at the moment. So if you kind of look at the recovery, it should be around 2,800 to kind of match Bitcoin, but it seems like Bitcoin is kind of overtaking the altcoins at the moment. So in terms of just recovery. So right, so throughout the day, I believe we were going, let's see here. So we kind of, I want to see, let me just zoom out real quick. There we go. So in the morning, we kind of started jumping. Let's see here. So yeah, so we kind of opened the day at around 40.4K. And then we kind of fell off. So if you look at Riot Mara, these guys were just like 20%-ish. I think they hit a high of about 20%. But you can see they just jumped drastically. Like, look at this huge jump. And DigiHouse was kind of like keeping up with them, but then it just fell off and it came back to 8%. But it was competing with Mara and Riot for like around 19%-ish. So yeah. Go EG kind of recovers back today. Okay. I'm not gonna say much into it. I know it's kind of annoying, but it's not even in our portfolio at the moment. So at least not in the challenge video. So yeah. And I'm gonna say today was a really good day. I mean, Friday was kind of let's be honest here. Friday was kind of trash. I mean, we fell like 5% in the challenge video. Today we're up at least. Actually, I don't even know what we are up today. Right. So today we're up like a good, I want to say 7%. Okay, yeah. There we go. We are up 7%. I don't. What? The movement's kind of weird. Don't look like we moved much. We just stayed level throughout the day. But anyways, yeah. Most of the companies anyway just stayed around that region anyway, so it makes sense that it didn't go up and down crazy. And they have a new feature now where you can track on the website where we are moving. So obviously you know that we have deposited a net of 3275 throughout this challenge. Mainly the addition of 2275 was, I want to say, in the past 2 months. So other than that, the previous ones we only had 1,000, and then we were just working with 1,000, and we came up to, I want to say 6K, maybe 6. Yeah, 6. And yeah, if you look at the older videos, you'll notice that we were up 200-ish%, more than 200%. So yeah, and so you're gonna see this. It's totally different. Like if you see a census, we're only down 15% now. So I mean, if you think about it, I mean, yeah, looking at where it fell, 180, 150-ish, it's back to 343. So you see where the money is going in with these with these people investing, not just in like the safer companies, and now into more speculative companies that need time to grow. And yeah, so Banksa is kind of let down a little bit. I mean, it fell though. That's weird. Although we're not that invested here. I did average up. No, sorry, I averaged down a bit in my other brokerage account. So I'm gonna keep averaging down. My average price looks like 624, so that's a bit high. Oh god, it's coming to 0.5%. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. D5, we're coming back up, so it's only 2%. DigiHouse, we're sitting at minus 10. We were up 25%, 26% just a week or two ago when it kind of just skyrocketed. But I think the looming threat of another private placement is maybe kind of pushing them down. Maybe it's also the short float. Who knows, right? So I don't have that data, the live data. I'm just going off like 2 or 3 weeks ago what's available on Yahoo Finance. Maybe I should subscribe to those to get those information. So DMG was saying minus 45. I don't really care much about this because not really that invested here. I didn't really like DMG that much. So but Hive Hut immersion, look at immersion, that's crazy. I think we were down like 30-40% on immersion. Now it's down to minus 13. That's crazy. Neptune, right? Neptune just fell. It's just crazy. I mean, we averaged at what, 117? Yeah, that's crazy. This thing's got to come up, man. I don't get it. Let's see here. So yeah, at least it's up 10% and it's still down. That's crazy. Okay, so yeah, okay. Anyways, we're sitting at 49.40 at the moment. Today is Monday, so let's see. So on to the news. So why did Bitcoin top to 40K? Well, there's a few contribution to it, right? So we had El Salvador. Let me just get into here. El Salvador Bitcoin becoming a legal tender there, so being accepted as a form of currency in El Salvador, and they're also proposing like a really green alternative to using coal and all that. They were proposing using volcano to kind of source the power for mining bitcoins, and it's pretty smart. I mean, volcano powered Bitcoin, yeah. Geothermal energy, that's crazy. That makes a lot of sense because they're kind of lacking behind in terms, at least they're not that developed. They're kind of like on the poor side of the countries down in South America. Now they are kind of relying on IMF, the International Monetary Fund. I think they loaned out like $800 million or something just to get out of this pandemic rut they've been in. So, well, anyway, everyone has been in. So, but yeah, so this happened I think it was Thursday, Friday, or I think it was in the weekend. Sorry, my timeline is kind of messed up, but it happened a few days ago. So that happened, and then we have other countries in South America, Argentina, and Brazil. Was it Brazil? I'm not sure, but other countries down in South America that are also thinking of doing this, making Bitcoin a legal tender, and then because it makes a lot of sense to me, because these countries are on the poorer side, and they do need some kind of injection in their economy to kind of boost them out of being in debt to other countries and the IMF. So, I mean, which country isn't debted, right? Like, I mean, US, Canada, they're all debted to someone. So, yeah. Let's see. So, that happened, and we also had, we also had China kind of cracking down on Bitcoin a bit, and now in China, it's not really, you can't really buy like Bitcoin and some and those other coins, but it was legal for them to mine Bitcoin. But now it's they're kind of cracking down to push the miners out of these region because they're using too much electricity, and then China also doesn't have like the ratio of like coal usage and like hydroelectricity, solar power electricity. I think they're still using, they're on the heavier side of using coal, but they're kind of kicking them out at the moment. And then we also had, because of that, we had the drop in hash rate for Bitcoin. So if we go here and we zoom in here, so we can see the drop in hash rate. So from 140s to 100. I'm gonna say 100. Yeah, so 100. It says 100 right here. So, but now it's coming back up. So companies like Bitfarms and other miners just in North America or anywhere that's not in China at least is kind of getting an advantage in that front, right? So, if I think Bitfarms kind of addressed this as well here. So, Bitfarms here, they're experiencing the fastest growth ever, and while benefiting from decline network hash rate due to developments in China. So, because China is kind of cracking down on miners, all the other companies are like kind of getting more money from that because of what's happening in China. So, due to the addition of new and more efficient miners to our fleet, we expect to more than double our installed hash rate from now until the next year. Let's see. Yeah. Right here. So as the Chinese hash rate of Chinese miners fall, Bitfarms has earned higher transaction fees and increased its share of the total Bitcoin network hash rate. As a result, Bitfarms has earned more Bitcoin for the same amount of computational power and operation costs. So pretty much they're making more transaction fees, and they're getting a bigger share of the world Bitcoin mining network. So hash rate, sorry. So at the moment, I think at the time it was around 100 exahash. So with Bitfarms, I think they're sitting at 1.4, and addition keeps happening every quarter. So they're getting a bigger percentage of it, and due to that, they're getting more transaction as well, transaction fees. So that's what's happening there, and yeah. And we also had HUT 8 announce the anticipation of their Nasdaq listing and $100 million bought deal, so unit offering. This happened, I think, one day after they announced that they got accepted to list on Nasdaq Global, which is like two tiers above above Mara and Riot. So you can look at the details here. $5 per unit. I mean, $100 total Canadian million dollar. They need the money to kind of source more mining rigs and pay for all the acquisitions and the facilities to house them. So that's where that money is going in. Usually, that's mostly where that's going in right now. So because they need to acquire more miners so they can make more money, and right now it may not seem feasible. If you're looking at just short term, because Bitcoin price did fall to like 29K, but in the long term, trust, it's gonna go way higher. Why do you think these companies are spending so much money getting these miners? Because they know that Bitcoin is gonna increase in value a lot, and they need to get their hash rate up so they can mine the most and get the most value out of it. So, okay, so if we look into their, where did it go? They did say that the next Nasdaq listing will be on or about June 15th. So I don't think there was anything about them getting listed tomorrow. They haven't confirmed it. Yeah, they haven't confirmed it. So usually they'll confirm it. Yeah, so it's expected to close. So it may take a few more days, maybe. We'll see. So this is kind of tricky because Bitfarms kind of announced it first that they're getting listed on Nasdaq. They got accepted to list on Nasdaq, but then they seem to still be lacking on some paperwork or something behind the scenes that's not, like, it's not happening that quick. So, and they're not even addressing it here, which doesn't look good. But I'm sure it's getting handled, and they're trying to get it out quick. Yeah, so let me just confirm here. I'm pretty sure that they haven't said anything about the Nasdaq listing. Yeah, provides corporate update, expansion of mining fleet, Nasdaq listing. Okay, there we go. On May 7, Bitfarm announced its application to list on Nasdaq Global Tier was approved on Nasdaq under Bitfarm. Under BITF, BITF. The company is pleased to announce that the final steps to list on the Nasdaq are expected to be completed shortly. The company also announced that as a result, company's Nasdaq listing, the company will be established issuer pursuant. Okay. So we still don't have a day, and they'll be issuing more shares out. That's about it. Yeah, okay. They haven't, they don't really have a date out yet, but HUT has a date out. So that leads me to believe that HUT was, had at least the paperwork going way longer than Bitfarm, which makes sense. But then Hive is kind of sitting down, chilling there. Maybe they don't have their paperwork in order, maybe. So I don't know what's going on. We got to reach out to them and see what's going on. But it seems like HUT is kind of winning the race. This race, that's not really a race, but it seems like HUT is going to be the first one to list on Nasdaq. So we'll see how it affects HUT and their stock price under HUT on Nasdaq. So this will probably happen this week. So, and that's going to be interesting to see. And let's see. So crypto wise, market cap increased to, whoa. Okay, market cap increased to 189. What? That don't make sense. 189 billion. Okay. That did not make sense. Let me just confirm. Let's go here. Okay, it's still at 1.67 trillion. So yeah, you can see 1 hour change, 24 hour change. Bitfarms is killing it. Oh, sorry, Bitcoin. The rise was crazy. If you look at past 7 days, past week, it's really nice. I think they're the highest in terms, except for AMP. Yeah, top 50. Top 50, they're killing it. Like, look, yeah, it seems like Bitcoin month, kind of, but at least Bitcoin week for sure. So let's see. So I think that's it, right? We kind of addressed the China news. They're cracking down on Bitcoin, and then we also have South America. El Salvador doing the Bitcoin legal tender, also proposing volcano energy, geothermal energy. So we'll see how that works. That's gonna really uplift them out of the debt that they're in. And IMF is not really liking it. It makes sense because they want to be in control, but the future, they can try whatever they want, but I guarantee you that other countries are gonna look at doing the same thing, making Bitcoin a legal tender, and it would make sense to kind of mine in Africa too. Like, I don't understand what's going on there, but there's so much sunlight there. It's hot as hell. And you can put a lot of solar panels out there. And I'm sure the labor is at least kind of cheap. And you don't have to use coal. You can use solar energy there. That thing's going to pay itself off in a year or two. That's a really good deal. And then the miners, you can just set that up. I'm sure countries, governments, they could think about doing it too. I'm always baffled by why these countries don't get into these minings. These poor countries, instead of getting loan from IMF or China for building their infrastructure and stuff, they can just maybe just initially get the loan from IMF and get the Bitcoin mine, but then I don't think IMF is going to loan them just to get Bitcoin miners and get the solar panels set up. Maybe so it's kind of tricky. So maybe issue bonds. Who knows? That's what US does. I mean, they issue bonds and they just get shit built. So this video is going on for way too long, and I think this is kind of appropriate for a 1 or 2 day a week post. So let's kind of address what's going to happen from now on. I'm going to try this I'll do Monday and Friday. So opening and end of the week video, kind of like what we're expecting for this week, the outcome for the week, what we're expecting for it to happen. So Bitcoin right now, I know it's about 40K at the moment. So let's see. Yeah, it's about 40K. We're kind of out of the 32, 34 range for now. But usually on the weekends, it kind of just dumps. Like there's so much people, so many things that are happening behind the scenes that we don't know about. So yeah, so can't really tell you what Bitcoin is gonna do. But I think just big companies and big wallets purchasing Bitcoin on the cheap should kind of give you the sense that should give you a sense like it's not over. Like even if it drops, I'd say just pick some up, just scoop some up, just get some on the low. That's what I've been doing. So when Bitcoin falls under 34, 33 range, I just scoop up altcoins and whatever is like down the lowest that I like. So if you've been watching my channel, I showed you guys what I have. So Cardano, XRP, Polkadot. I don't have Uniswap yet, but I might add it. Solana, Chainlink, Polygon, Theta, WeChain, PancakeSwap. I should pick up some T-Fuel because it's kind of similar to Theta. Cosmos, don't think I have it yet. Telcoin as well, I don't think I have it, but yeah, so Harmony, The Graph, Phantom, 1inch. 1inch, I own it because they have really good rates. And I think I have Venus. And yeah, so I would like to kind of own at least most of the top ones, not the bottom ones. Bottom ones I just kind of favorite it to kind of like keep an eye on it. So yeah. Right, let's see. So I think right, so like I was saying, I want to try to do 2 a week, then try to sprinkle in some videos on companies that I'm checking out maybe, or companies that have news come out. So these kind of news, now I'm going to kind of do a separate video when they come out during the week, because it kind of gets repetitive and kind of redundant if I make videos on the challenge video every day, when most of the time there's not much happening. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and also the viewership is also going way down. It kind of tells me that it's getting boring. So I want to try and keep it fresh. I want to try and keep it different. I'll try to switch it up slowly. It may not be now, but slowly it's gonna kind of look better and better. Hopefully that's my goal. I'm gonna check out some more editing stuff, maybe build some skills there, and yeah. So also another thing is, I realized with the let's see here. So yeah, with the portfolio, we're not seeing any growth a lot. Like we're kind of still under 5K. It's up and down all the time. Well, that's mainly because we're invested in Bitcoin miners in here. So so what I'm thinking is like, so maybe I put like a few $100s in there and then purchase like 5 or 10 stocks every other day or something when they go down. So my average cost will be down, and at least when I make a video next time, or at least for the 2 days, I'll at least have something to talk about where I'm investing in something. It may not be a large share of the portfolio, but it's at least something where I'm investing in it, and I can talk about it. So I think that's what I'll do. So I think that was it, right? Another thing is I think that's it. So yeah, if I have anything else, I'll talk about it when I make specific videos on these companies. But other than that, for now, or at least for the foreseeable few weeks, it's gonna be Monday and Friday. To keep it more interesting, I mean, I don't want to bore you guys like with 10 to 15-minute video where I'm not talking about much, where there's not much information in there. So yeah, anyways, that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. I mean, if you guys have been keeping up with this challenge, really appreciate it. I mean, like your comments, the likes kind of keep me going here. Although I'm kind of passionate about this. Even if there was no one watching, I would still make these videos. But there's a point to this video, like this challenge video. I want to share my thoughts on these companies and how my journey on 200K. So it may take some time. I was hoping maybe like 1 year or two, but that's also like not realistic, because it won't happen unless I keep adding more, like start investing heavily in here. But overall, in terms of my portfolio, I think I can reach 100K easily. That's just my mindset. I mean, I know the companies that I own, they're gonna do really well by the end of this year, and some of them are already performing really good. And most of, like, I think every stock that I own at the moment, at least in my portfolio, it's kind of recovered when I owned it before the drop happened. So yeah, most of them, yeah, I'm back. So Neo, I'm back. Let's see, Palantir, I'm back. Airbnb, I'm not invested yet. I was looking to invest in the region of 130, 140, so I'm gonna start investing here. Their summer revenue is gonna be crazy. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.